Well, that film was thrown together. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, released in 2007 and is directed by Tim Story, who's also behind such films like Barbershop, Fantastic Four, Ride Along 2, and The Blackening. And this film is starring Ian Groffeld, the naturally blonde and naturally blue-eyed Jessica Alba, not Steve Rogers Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis, Julian McMahon, Andre Braugher, Doug Jones, and lending his voice to the Silver Surfer, Lawrence Fishburne. A strange silver man riding what seems to be a silver board has entered the Earth's atmosphere and has marked the Earth for death for the oncoming destruction poop cloud that is Galactus. And the only ones smart enough and have the means to stop it are the Fantastic Four and a newly resurrected Victor Von Doom. But of course, Von Doom has a hidden agenda and tries to take all of the Silver Surfer's powers for himself. And meanwhile, while all of this is happening, Sue Storm and Reed Richards are trying to plan the wedding of the century, trying to make those lifelong decisions that last for a lifetime. Now, I've gone on record in saying that I do like this sequel more than the original Fantastic Four film. I definitely like it way more than the 1994 Fantastic Four film. So for the longest time, this to me was the pinnacle of excellence when it came to Fantastic Four in the cinematic world. Gosh, I'm planning that will change this weekend with the release of the MCU version of the Fantastic Four First Steps. But I do like this movie a little bit more just from the aesthetic side and from their use of Johnny Storm, who is one of my favorite characters. I do love Chris Evans' interpretation of Johnny Storm, and I also appreciate that the final battle between the Fantastic Four and Von Doom lasted more than a minute than the first film did. There are a lot of things that I just appreciate more with this film. Now, in this viewing for this review, I can come out and say that this film in the beginning is just dead. Like, there is no energy. There is no sense of where the script is going. There is no sense of purpose to this film. It just feels like, oh, the cameras are on, and now these characters are just kind of doing their thing, and it feels like it takes forever for this story, for the conflict, for the problem of this movie to get going. We just have Sue Storm and Reed Richards planning their wedding, and Sue Storm is like, all this popularity, I don't like it. I don't want to raise a family in the limelight. What are we gonna do, Reed? And Reed doesn't give a shit at all. All he wants to do is all of his science projects. So when the general comes a-knocking and says, hey, we have this global phenomenon that we need your help with, he's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Of course, all of this is after he basically seduced all of the women at his bachelorette party with his stretching abilities. But it does feel like this film was rushed into production, and it just feels like it is rushed to completion. Getting this film to release, probably because they knew that this new studio was starting up in the next year with Marvel Studios. They were going to start with Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. They were probably just trying to get this out there just to get it out there. Though I do remember when the teaser trailer for this film was released, and it's basically the entire first meeting between Johnny Storm and the Silver Surfer, that whole chase scene was the first trailer, and it's really the best part of the film, so like, throw it in the trailer, why not? But hey, it's freaking cool. And I like that they test the arrogance of Johnny Storm in this film. They humble him a little bit. They turn his powers kind of all upside down and funky, where he transfers his powers if he touches any of the other Fantastic Four after he touches the board of the Silver Surfer. It shows him a little bit of humility and shows him a little bit how to work as a team and how to work as a family and how important family is to this group. And it all leads to him becoming basically a super Skrull, or a superhuman, basically. A super Fantastic Four one person. Yeah, which is a badass moment. I love it. However, there is no excuse for what they did to Galactus, turning him from this gigantic robot person into a gigantic poop cloud, as John Schnepp would say on Collider Movie Talk. I don't know what caused them to think that, hey, let's take this character, this well-known, beloved villain of a comic book character, and let's not do that, but say that we did. Let's do it. and they thought that that was a good idea. In the end, though, like I said, I do prefer this movie to the original. I know that's a controversial take, but you know what? It's my take, and I enjoy this film a little bit more than I do the original Tim Story Fantastic Four movie. I'm going to give Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed. And I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
Now with the Tim Story films out of the way, that means I get to watch the atrocity that is Fantastic next time. Oh boy. So guys, have you seen Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.